So in this video, I'll be teaching you how to download Postman. We'll be using Postman to check our API endpoint. Okay, so it's very important as a backend developer. When you're creating servers, you want to test your API endpoint. So you'll be needing Postman for that. So this is how you download it. So you go to Google, type Postman download, click on the first you see there. Okay, so click on download the app to get the Postman API for Windows. So you click this and you download it. Okay, so I have downloaded this already, so I will just go ahead and install. So once this finishes downloading, you can pause the video and you join back to continue. Okay, so I'm installing Postman already. I just double clicked on it and this is what it brought out, installing Postman. So let's give it some time. Still installing. Okay, so you can choose to create a free account, then log in, okay, or just continue with lightweight API clients. Either way. Okay, so I'm trying to sign in because I already have an account with him. Okay, so I'll just click on open. Okay, the installation is complete. So let me just walk you through the overview of Postman, Postman API. All right. Okay, the first thing we have here is the top bar. This over here you have file. Here you can create a new request, collection, environment, mock server, monitor, or API. Over here, then we have the import. Okay, you can import Postman. Okay, if for me now, I signed in because I have an account, so it's good to create an account. So anywhere you are, you can always import your existing collections into your current Postman environment. Okay, so you don't have to go through repeating everything from scratch. Okay, here we have workspaces, but before then we have new runner tab. In each new runner tab, this opens collection for runner. Okay, open collections runner, and then over here we have workspaces. Okay, in this workspace selector you can switch between personal, team, global, or workspaces. So for now I only have my own workspace here. Then here we have search. You can search within Postman. Okay, then we have notifications, then settings, and then your account. You can choose to upgrade your account from the free or basic user. Okay, so let's go over to the left side. Left side here we have collections. Okay, over here you can have a folder of requests and scripts that you want your main project units to be in. Then we have environment. These are a set of variables. Then we have history. You can check a preview of what you have done previously or the request you have sent. Then over here we can create our tabs for request. Okay, to create your request builder. Here we have multiple request line. We have get, we have post, put, patch, delete, head options depending on the request you want to make. So over here you paste in your URL and then you press send. Okay, so here we have params. Okay, this query parameters visible as key value pairs. Then we have authorization. To pick your authorization type, you can either use API key, bearer, token, JWT, bearer, no auth. Now, before you use Postman, it means you already have a basic understanding of backend, okay, or API creation or API endpoint, because there's no need for you to learn Postman if you're not going to use it for that purpose. Okay, if you're going to use all of the backend parameters or carry out backend operations, then you understand bearer token, you understand JWT bearer, you understand OAuth. Okay, you understand all of these authentication types that can be used for authorization. So if you don't know all of this, then Postman may not be useful for you. Okay, over here headers, we can view and add HTTP headers, sorry. Then over bodies, we can form requests for our body. Okay, we can choose what format. Is it form data, form URL encoded, raw? This enables you to use JSON or JavaScript or text or HTML. Then we have binary, graphic UL. So depending on what your body format is. Then we have pre-request scripts that runs before sending the request. Then we have test. We can run a test. You can use Postman to run tests, on your APIs that you have created. Then we have settings. Okay, we can use this to check our settings. Then we have the save and we have the save button. Okay, so you can go over this your own. You can go read your documentation on Postman, and then you can get used to it. Okay, but for now, let's just run a test. Okay, I already created a server here. So, and this server is running on localhost 3000. Okay, and I've created a route that we're going to use to check this. So this is it, and then it should respond with this statement, welcome here. Okay, so we're going to use Postman to test this endpoint. Okay, so let's do that quickly. So mind you, the server has been created and is running. You can see it on my console here. So let's do this. This is my terminal, localhost 3000. So let's do this. We want to make a GET request because over here, this is a GET request. So leave it here as GET request. So let's type in the URL. We'll do localhost 3000 and then we'll press send. Okay, give it a while to check. You can see it says welcome here. Okay, good. So that means our endpoint is working correctly. So you can see welcome here is working well. Okay, so we can also go ahead to check our login details, our login endpoint. Okay, I've already created a fake user here. Just imbibe the username and password to mimic our database standard, but it's currently running within our server. So you can use this. I can copy this, okay, because this is the requirement for this endpoint to work. It says if username is equals to username, user.username and password is equals to user.password, okay, then we should generate our token JWT and then log out in JSON format message login successful and also the token, else invalid credentials. So let's test this so we can be sure this our endpoint is working well. So come over here and put pattern login here. Okay, then change the request to post. So we can come over to body and paste this. Okay, then we change this format to JSON. So I'm going to wrap it in curly braces, and then this as well should be wrapped with inverted commas. Okay. Okay, so let's check this up. We have everything set. So send. Let's see the results. Okay, good. You can see login successful, and our token has also been generated. Okay, so these are some of the benefits of using Postman to test your API endpoints rather than having them, having to build a view or a front end connect to your server to be able to test your endpoint. So before then, you can run all your tests here. You can even create a test. Okay, you can generate a test for this, create an endpoint within your server, and test the results here. So that's that on Postman API.